How's it going, guys and gals? This is Elderofwoe back with you. We're gonna go ahead and pick up where we left off and start up in Act 2, and we'll work our way through the whole of Act 2, and I'll cover anything and everything that I can to get us through here as quickly as possible. So, usually I'll come over here, talk to everybody, just real quick. If you haven't played through the story, go ahead and listen to what they have to say, click through other options. It is a very interesting story, it's pretty cool. Um, but me, I've already played through this more than once, so let's just get going. So remember, we're gonna focus on killing blues and yellows and getting quests done. So, cases like this is kind of a good thing for us to do. Maybe get some drops or something. Don't see anything worthwhile there. Spear right there. Kill everything around. If there's anything we can grab, we'll grab it. Chain belt, it only has 13 though. We'll keep moving. Let's keep going, keep leveling stuff up. Should find the cave somewhere around here. Or the den, that's what it's called. Let's see. Nope, not right there. The den isn't mandatory. You're not really gonna miss out on anything particular if you don't complete the den, but I like to complete all the quests as I'm going. So seems to be another essence mob over here. Grab those. Those are helpful. When we're trying to make some gear. Let's see. There it is. And we'll just work through here as quickly as we can. We don't really have to worry about doing anything specific other than killing that one mob that we really need. So just keep moving. And it's always right here by the exit, so you just pile on and just wipe out the beast. Grab whatever you can, keep going. In 1 second. Need to check something real quick. Try not to take up too much time doing that. But we'll keep moving, and we'll get to the next waypoint, and then this will split off in 3 different directions. Dun, dun. Just keep wiping everything out. Don't spend too much time. Just keep moving. And checking something right quick. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's see, where do we leave off? Alright, we're moving up this way. Okay, so usually what I'll do is I'll either go to the right or up. It doesn't really matter which one you complete first. Once you have the waypoint, just keep moving. Fell Shrine Ruins, there's nothing in this area that we need to complete. We just it leads to another area, so just keep moving. Usually you can actually follow the road and it will lead you through the gates because there are barriers across this area. See right here, there's a barrier. I wouldn't be able to like teleport if I was midway through or something like that. Just wouldn't let me do it. Not teleport, but flame dash. So let's see. Come on. And remember, when you can stop and kill those kind of mobs. Right here. going like this. Keep making our damage stronger. Keep working on our health. It all leads to one thing, and that's just survivability and damage. Survivability and damage. You know, be going back and forth pretty much as we get our passive skills. So at this waypoint, we'll work our way to level 2. In this area, there's also a labyrinth trial. Like again, you can skip it. It's not that important until a little bit later. Then you can always just come back and do it really quick. So maybe I'll even do a video on each one of the little labyrinths. They're not hard to do as long as you're paying attention. See, there's the entrance to the labyrinth right there. But we're gonna skip over it for now. Always grab silver coins. Grab all the currency you can. Quartz scepter, large life flask. Everything else in here is kind of Nope, using ore, yeah. Grab everything you can. If there are any unique mobs, definitely take care of them. We'll leave this at that level right now. Up over storms, swift assembly. We'll keep moving. Now, of course, you know I'm playing from the perspective of you having doing this as a league start, or you know, deciding to play on a different league. I usually play on hardcore. Right now, this one's on solo self-found standard, but I'm only doing that because on hardcore I already have some, you know, I have currency and everything like that. It'd be easier for me to show y'all in this perspective, just to literally start out with nothing. So just keep moving. In this act, we're gonna want to try and bump our lightning resistance for the last boss. But other than that, it shouldn't be that bad. If we can maximize all of our resistances, it would be great. That's what we're aiming for. If you can't have them maxed by Act 2, you need to have them maxed by the end of Act 3. Though preferably, if you can get the sooner you can get them maxed out, the better. Keep moving. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to find the area you're looking for. Alright. Thought that was level 2. Maybe there's not a level 2 of this place. Either way. Grab all that. Grab this thing. That's the quest. Let's see. Ruby ring. Leather belt. Oh, not what I meant to click. Right there. And then we'll keep going. Thought that was level 2. Let me you know, move around here and make sure. Shouldn't take me that much longer anyways. Killing just the things that are worth killing pretty much. Grand life flask, that can come in handy. And maybe I'm thinking of a different area. Totally possible. Yeah, looks like I am. Alright. Well, see, in a case like this, you could easily just, if you're trying to save time, go to character selection, exit back out, and then go back to the waypoint that we were at. So, it's fine. Could have sworn there was a level 2 of this place, though. Either way. Alright, so let's go back to town real quick, and we'll continue on our journey. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Pop this, pop that. Don't need a longbow. Let's check the boots. They're still junk. I was hoping for something better. Nope. Don't need that. We're not gonna switch over, so not worried about that. 50 increased amount. Use that for now. Leather cap. Nothing great. The rest of this we'll hold on to for now.
Going?
I know it's mostly junk, but it'll come in handy. Like I've said before, having, I don't know why that's in there. Shouldn't be in there, it should be over here. And like that. Oh yeah, I was trying to make a belt. This thing was kind of junk. If we get some more currency, I'll show y'all how to make a decent item, but for the time being, let's just try and keep moving forward. Alright, put our essences up.
The white beast.
Hopefully it comes out better. Energy shield. Yeah, we'll go energy shield.
You are dream tender.
And then you get one of these jewels. If you come across a jewel socket, sometimes they're worth using. If you want to boost your elemental damage or get a little bit extra resistance on dex or whatever the case might be. But I usually don't end up using them.
Remember to live.
Usually to me they're just junk. 10 cold. This is 8 lightning, 11 strength. See, this really isn't that much better, so
Yes?
just sell
Be
it.
true to you.
Okay, I think that's everything, so we'll keep moving. Go back to the waypoint where we're at. Yeah. And then we'll keep moving. This time we'll take the upper path. And if you want to kill mobs, you can easily do a little extra damage that way. That's the only reason I use Orb of Storms. It's easy, damage. It's just dot. It just sits there and does damage. You can use it while you're moving. We can do this too while we're at it. Usually when you're playing through, you'll meet up with this guy and have to hunt down some mobs. We'll try and do it quick though. The mobs are usually pretty buff. But it does give you access to something that is pretty good. Like it's worth getting. He himself is pretty strong. He can pretty much take out any trash mobs that are nearby. So you can pretty much just keep moving. Can also exploit this to fight bosses or whatever the case might be. Or see, like in this case, we're gonna fight one of these I forget what they're called, bandits, and it'll be pretty easy. So kill him.
All that flashy sword swinging when all you need is one good stab.
Again, that was pretty much the only thing that we were here to do in this area. Let's go ahead and complete his quest though. We just gotta find the mobs and kill them, so shouldn't take us too long. You will see them appear on the map. If you look up in the upper right, I usually have my map open like I did a second ago, but I know it does distract while playing, so for some people it's a lot easier to just have it up there in the right area. Grab these. You know what, let me grab that wand too, just in case, because that's what we're mainly using right now is wands. If we find a good one, might be worth using. Or chance. Come on, beasties. Alright, so right there on the upper right, you see that little figure. There's 3 of them pretty much right next to each other. Just gotta kill all of them. Can get a little hectic. if you're not prepared for this kind of thing. But once you complete it, you unlock the ability to go to the menagerie, which is pretty cool. You know, it lets you get early on it'll let you get decent items and stuff like that.
Low on mine.
Yeah, low on mana, got you. See, dropped another quartz wand and leather belt, grind mana flask. Let's see, driftwood scepter. That's like a low level one. So gloves, another greater mana flask, and a greater life flask. That's pretty much everything that dropped that was worth picking up. We're still missing 2 mobs though. Okay, so there they are right there. Let's knock these guys out. Yeah, so once you complete it, talk to him. That completes the first little mini quest that you have with him, and then that's pretty much it. He goes on his way. All right, so there's a waypoint right here. So we'll go to the waypoint first. Got to go to town, empty out our inventory, and continue on.
I have seen what.
All right, so we got some gloves. Are they any good? I mean, they're kind of better than what I have, except for the fact they don't have the sockets that I need. Oh man, see that's a rough one right there because it gives me regen and stuff, which is good.
Travel far.
I'm not sure if I have any gems to do what I need. Yeah, I don't really have enough gems to do what I need. And so basically, we'd need some gloves like this, to get something decent. And then we could just like so that's better than what I have right there. Now if I can get a yeah, see, that's perfect. This is an upgrade. That's regen and life. So pop all of this out and pop it in there. Boom. That gives me more life, gives me more regen, everything. Let's see what else.
What?
If you're low on scrolls of identity, your best bet is to let's see. Let me sell off what I don't really need. Greater mana flask. Sell off that one. Sell off that. I don't know if I'm gonna get. Okay, so if you're low on scrolls, you can easily sell one of these for 4 scrolls. Scrolls of ID, or you can even trade in some of these. So, you know, say I want to split this.
Make it fast.
So, and there goes some scrolls right there. Bam. That way you can ID what you need to ID. So I don't really need to ID that. This can give. Nope. Garbage. Not really worth anything. The cold spell thing is totally way better, and we're not gonna do anything with that. So we'll get rid of all this. ID this guy. It's not really anything good. We can go ahead and pop that on. We already had another greater. Let's see. So we can ID this just to see if it gives us anything good. Doesn't really give us anything good. But comparably, it's better than what we have. But I'll sell it either way. So that. All right. Let's come over here and pop in some better flasks for life. So now we got both of those. Got 2 greater ones. So one of the things we can do though is, for instance, we have that 30 30 res sapphire ring. So we'll pop that guy in there. And, actually, no, not this one. We'll pop them over here in the essences if we have a good essence. So let's see. We got one that gives increased cold damage. And then we have one that gives energy shield. So the energy shield is pretty much what we're going to want to use. See what we got. 4 to all resistances, 6 lightning, 10 fire. That's a good, that's a good low level ring right there. So you got 34 to cold, you have 14 to fire, and then you have 10 to lightning. Plus we have energy shield, evasion, and then the last stat doesn't really help us any, but that's okay. On this one, it's gonna give us cold damage. We can try it out though. Let's see if it helps. Didn't that really didn't roll in our favor. The int is all right. The cold damage, of course, is okay as well. Mana's whatever. But it's not something that's gonna really help us out. So we're gonna have to try and figure something out, because as you can see, we still need to work on our lightning resistance quite a bit. An easy way to accomplish that is to switch over from sapphire rings to amber rings. And you can actually do the same trick I was talking about earlier by using an iron ring. But in this case, you'd use an iron ring plus a green gem.
Be kind.
We can get another green gem a little later, but that's the little trick that you can do as well. Let's put all of this up. And back to what we were doing. And from there, we will go down. Alright, so we've already accomplished those two. Now we're going to go to the last area on this side. Make sure we keep our icicle mine leveled up. Make sure our damage is as high as it possibly can be while we're moving. Yeah, always look to try and max out your resistances as early as possible. It will save you. Believe me, it will save you. Still grieves. Not something that we're going to use, but it's something that we can get a gem for. Don't need a large life flask. Already got bigger flasks.
I've seen some dark places in my life.
And here, again, we'll just keep moving. Kill stuff. Maybe grab iron rings and stuff like that. One good thing is you grab an iron ring and depending on where you're grabbing it, you get a higher base level for the item. Higher base levels give you a better chance for higher stats and whatnot when you roll them. Now that's a whole different discussion. Maybe eventually I'll do like a crafting video for a simple explanation on how that works. There's plenty of them out there. This build, you can actually look up the Path of Building guide for it. SRO has a guide for the build itself. I'm just trying to do a playthrough to a certain extent, just to show how you should start out, how you can start out, the fastest way to go about it, and what you should look for while you're playing. So this is more of something to add to the context of the build than anything. But if you're looking for just the skill tree, the passives, whatever the case might be, you can find that on Ezra's channel. I'll see about linking it below when I have a chance. In the description of the video, but for now, just keep watching this if you're interested in how to play through and whatnot. But if you just want to, get the Path of Building and whatnot, you can go to his channel. Again, like I said, I'll link to it as soon as I can. But yeah, just keep moving, kill stuff when it's a group or whatever. But just keep moving. And as you saw, there was another labyrinth up there.
in looking back now. There's just death and a lot of it.
Okay, either I missed it way back there or it's over here. Probably right here. Yeah, it's right here. And so with our skills, what we're gonna do is see, we're already working on damage. We're gonna work on more damage. We're gonna go right here, around like this. That's where the next set of skills is gonna, next set of passive points is gonna go. So as long as you keep it in your head, you'll be able to just throw them in while you're going instead of stopping. Bring mail boots, grand mana flask. Okay, we got the gem. Okay, head out of here. After we talk to Helena. Get over here.
The Oriathan girl.
Me personally, I pick up Skitterbots at this point. You can also pick up Herald of Ash. Both of them will help you out damage wise. Herald of Ash is better once you have a Pyroclast mine though. Other than that, I think, I think that's pretty much it as far as what I tend to pick up. That, and I don't need this. So we got a topaz ring. That's what it is, not amber. Topaz. That's kind of junk. That's all right. Carved wand. Let's see. We'll check it out. No. See, that one's not too bad once I start using, I'll hold on to that one for now. 28 spell damage, 8 increased cast speed, 8 to maximum energy shield, 8 to cold resist. It's not bad. Nothing good enough. See, if I need some more scrolls, I can just sell like that. Grab a couple of scrolls. 40 increased charge recovery, 12 increased attack speed during flask effect. So if you're looking for an increased attack speed flask, this would be something you could use, but it's not something that we need. See, this reduces the amount, but it's instant recovery. So seething flasks are great if you're just trying to get back some mana or HP quickly, but it's not something I need personally. So get rid of it. Again, we'll keep those.
Rolling.
Let's talk to Helena.
Piety led us into that.
Talk to Silk.
See you soon.
Just make sure we get everybody talked to and taken care of. And then we'll put up all our stuff. So I'm gonna keep that. Keep these. Both of those are quest items. And we'll put the rest of this up. Okay. So we've, oh man, I did forget the waypoint, didn't I? Alright, let's grab the waypoint real quick. It's faster this way, if I'm being honest. You don't need the waypoint per se, because you don't really, probably never gonna come back, but I like grabbing all the waypoints. I was just in a rush, I guess. Let's keep moving. We probably just skipped over it when we were running through. Yeah, it's right here in the center. You just look for the biggest circular room you can see, and that's where it'll be. Let's see. Level stuff up. There it is. Alright. Only took us a couple seconds. Okay, we'll jump back here. Now we're gonna head down this way. Okay, so the first thing I usually do is, again, I get a waypoint. So the waypoint is usually up this way. We've got some enemies right here to kill, so let's kill them. Maybe we can get some items. Maybe if we're lucky, no. Okay, that's fine. Just keep moving. It's usually up on this side though. Let's see, there should be like a bridge area to cross. And the maps are, they are randomly generated to an extent, of course. But there's always a method to finding stuff, so. Let's see, another waypoint has to be here somewhere. Might be a little lower, possibly. But cross that bridge when we do. Okay. Bunch of enemies, kill them. Make sure we're good over here. Alright. Yeah. Guess it's a little further. Yeah, there it is. So there's an entrance right over there. So the waypoint shouldn't be far from here, actually. There it is. Okay, so usually what I'll do is I'll grab the waypoint and I'll go in this entrance first. Just so I can go grab another waypoint so it makes it faster for the next area that we're gonna go to. Okay, so run through here. And there's two things we're gonna do in here. First, we're gonna find a waypoint. Second, we're gonna kill the other bandit. So you wanna look for an area that leads into like that. Kill all these guys.
So
Take him out.
now that's what you get for bringing a stick to a knife fight.
Oh yeah, bring out our skitter bots, because the skitter bots, they're gonna freeze and shock things while we're fighting, so that'll be helpful, especially once we have pyroclast mine. Basically slows and stuns things for us, and that comes in handy quite a bit. Pretty sure we should. We don't even have the other aura we needed. Maybe we can go grab it. Or we might have to wait until we get to the library. I'm not 100% sure, but okay. So we got that. We'll head back this way. Now we're gonna go to the next area. So one of the auras we should have had already, but I guess I just didn't pick up, was it's called, man, I can't even remember what it's called right now. I know we need to get discipline, but we also need a different one. It's an aura that's it's level 1, and it just basically helps us regen mana. That's all it's there for, but it's helpful, especially early on. If you have gear set up already, you know, set aside decent gear, it's not really necessary, but it does help. So we'll keep moving. See, in this area we have like 3 different things to do. So of course we need to get the waypoint, but one of them is we need to come talk to this bandit, and I usually always take her favor, at least until later I can come back and switch it. So you help her, continue. We end up getting 5 mana, regen, 20% global critical strike, multiplier, and 15 to all resistances. That is definitely helpful. So that jumps us up to 35 on lightning. And now we need to push a little further, so we need like 40 more. 40 more resistance, and we can cap out lightning. Now we also need to get the waypoint here, which is... oh. Our buddy showed up. Yeah. Waypoint is usually right here. If you follow the road, it's always on one of the sides. Okay, Okay, so we got that done. Got the waypoint. Now we need to come down and follow the road all the way down to where the entrance to Act 1 would be. And that'll allow us to complete a quest, and we'll actually get a skill point for it. Or a passive point, if you were. And of course, be careful when you're killing these mobs. The red ones are more dangerous, of course. That's why they have that color associated with them. Alright, grab this and this. Level up this stuff. Kill off these guys. Get this. That takes care of another quest. We just gotta go back to Act 1 to talk to who is that we talked to? I forget who we talked to, but we get a quest reward for that. So, and it ends up being a passive point. So let's find the rest of these mobs. These little side quests with for the menagerie are totally worth doing. I'll show y'all why at the very end of the video once we've completed stuff. Let's see. So got one more mob right here, and then the entrance shouldn't be far to the next area that we need to go to. Okay, go ahead and grab him. Nice. Alright, so the entrance should be right here. Here we go. This one, there's nothing in it. You just got to get to the next level and kill the boss. So run, run, run. Try not to waste too much time. I don't want to walk through that. Trying not to, at least. Teleport. Always good to do those. Later on they give you even more stuff, so it's nice. Got points, let's put the points in. Eventually we'll get to that one. Yeah, we're just getting damage and throw speed and all sorts of stuff like that for our mines, so just keep moving. And after that, I think the next stop is going to be more health nodes and stuff like that, so just keep going. Guess it's... Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. You gotta watch out for those. Those are just like little mines. Damn. Dead end. Let's see, it's ending right here, but it's still going right here. Event, it's really good, but it's very easy to die because of the event, so I personally try and avoid doing the event just because of that. It's ending now, so we'll get our reward in a minute. Hopefully this is the way we're supposed to go. Not bad. Probably a bunch of junk, but not bad. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Okay, so Weaver's Nest, we still got a little bit of room. Take out everybody. silk. See, and this is where we come to a point where we could buff the damage, but usually I stick with swift assembly support for the time being. Um, so you could always come back and get this. You can also get elemental focus if you have something with 4 sockets and like 1 green and three blues. That'd be great. So right now it doesn't really matter what you get. Right now I don't have the sockets to support this. So I mean I could take off add lightning damage. Like, so for instance, let's say I get elemental focus instead,
Piety would have concurred.
and we look at our damage. So our damage is 194. So we remove added lightning damage and we add on elemental focus, and it went up a little bit because it's a percentage. So it's helpful if you want to go that route. And then eventually, once you have more sockets, you'll want the trap damage one and all sorts of stuff. So let's see, let's ID some stuff, get rid of some stuff. Physical damage, lightning damage, don't care. Garbage. Life, mana, cold resistance. I mean, that's better than what I got, I guess. It's 26 life, so yeah, it's better than what I have right now. This guy, that's not bad. Cold and fire, max life. The only thing is the sockets. I can try changing them though. Or I can try rolling this. If I have an alchemy orb, yay. Okay, so let's see. I don't need this piece of junk, and let me ID this. Reduce the amount, increase recovery rate. So instead of 7 seconds, instead of 6 seconds, it's 2.6 seconds. You recover 50% instantly, so that's not bad. We'll do that. Alright, so that leaves us this. Is this any good? Increase max energy shield, 17 dexterity, fire resistance. It's not bad actually. Alright, so let's see if it helps us out though. No, we end up losing. But it's not a bad one if you have a decent amount of energy shield already. So I'll keep it there, and it gives us a dex boost and cast speed. So something we can do right now, because, well, we're still using garbage for our headpiece. Which we're using garbage for a lot of our pieces right now. Doesn't look like I have a whole bunch of armor. So, okay, we got 2 choices here basically. So we can pop on an essence, that'll give us a random rare, or, which we'll still get a random rare, we can, so usually you want to use armor scraps. You want to get to 20%. I'm short armor scrap, so can't really do it. But that's okay. 15% still better than nothing. We can either go with this and know that we're going to get a cold resistance, or we can go with this and get a completely randomized rare item. So a lot of the cases you'd want to hold on to these because eventually you will use them to trade. If you're in solo cell phone like I am right now, you can just use it and hopefully get something good. Which we kind of got garbage. Yeah, I mean the only thing it does is give us a little bit more energy shield. And and mana. It's kind of junk, but we can move around some stuff and go ahead and swap it in. As long as we have Arcane Surge and Flame Dash connected, that's fine. Belt wise, we will be switching over to that one. And then we can put up our essence. Put this up. And let's See, like this one is better overall because it gives us resistances. And then on top of that, I'm not sure if I can do it yet. Can I go to the hideout yet? Okay, so eventually you'll have a hideout. Once you've set up your hideout setup is pretty much the way it's gonna be
Alright.
on every character, no
Okay.
matter what,
Keep your life to your
no matter
own.
where you're at. Okay, but of course, depending on what league you're playing in, you're gonna have access to different things. So if I pop this on, all I have access to is extra mana. So I was hoping I could get lightning resist on it, but I can't. But we can look at, say, this guy. Let's see, this one's already maxed out. This one, we can't get a resistance on it. We can get life though. This guy, we can get a resistance on it. Okay, so we could totally get lightning resistance right now on this helm. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get 20%. We got 17, not bad. Okay, so that helps us out there. Of course, this already has resistances. We'll keep this because it's nice. Period to begin with. It's something that we can have as a backup later down the line, or if we have another character that needs resistances. Yeah, pop this on. The rest of these are junk. So, and then we have our divination card. So this is our first divination card actually now.
Welcome.
And we can sell off all the junk that we have. Okay.
I will see you again.
Make sure we get all our currency put up. And seeing these guys are what you would call masters. So you have Einhard, Beastmaster, and she's
Hello.
Prophecies. Helena
I can
is
hardly hope.
basically in charge of the your hideouts and whatnot. So that's one of those things that's just extra added on stuff. Yeah, but you have access to that crafting bench pretty much right after that. I don't even know if I missed the crafting recipe, but either way, so that's one of the things to keep an eye out for. So now that we got that far, we can go into the roots. Let's see how long we've been going. We're at 47 minutes. See if we can keep this under an hour. So now we're pretty much at the end of everything as far as areas go. We just gotta kind of speed through and make sure we kill along the way. And I don't want to go through you, and that's a dead end. Dun dun dun. Kill guys like that. Grab items and move on. Seeing we're at what, 52? So we need what, 23 more lightning resistance. We could attempt to swap out one of the rings, or we can try and add more resistance on an item that we already have. So for instance, the body piece already has lightning. The belt, we might be able to add lightning to. Armored. Has some damage there. Let's keep moving. Armor scrap. Armor scraps come in handy. Everything you get can be used. Everything is useful to an extent. You just gotta know how to use it. I'm not a pro at crafting, obviously, but I've learned the basics of it and use those in my favor. Even if I can't make multi-mod items or anything like that yet, I still try my best to modify what I need and for the purposes that I need them. Stone hammers are actually pretty good because you can use them to get an item that you would later down the line use. Kill off all these guys. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. you stop, that's when you die. That's what you gotta remember. When you stop, you die. So let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Kill some more stuff. I don't want to mess with y'all. Get out of my way. I'm trying to get out of here. You always want to look for the crafting recipes after that point that you have access to the crafting bench. Alright, so we'll pass through here. There shouldn't be much left to get through here.
This
Gets
shadow
us
is
into the
starting
northern
to feel
forest.
a little inadequate.
Okay, so here there's a waypoint. Like I said, I like to grab all the waypoints. It's usually up this way. Sometimes I'll use the waypoint to empty out my inventory, depending on how much I have. I don't got a lot, so I'm not going to worry about it. And there's two different places you can go here. So we're going to go to both of them. One of them you don't really need to go to, only if you're trying to unlock the hideout. So this is that one that I'm talking about right now. Kill off these guys. So that'll be this place, the Dread Thicket. Okay, there. All that's in there is one of your hideouts. So if you want to unlock the Dread Thicket as a hideout, that's where you go to unlock it. Beyond that, you just keep moving. And if you move north, what's up, big guy? Pop back out so I can kill you. Torture cage, cool. More enemies, keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving. Last thing you want to do is stop. Take that. It's nothing special, and I think we lose all effects like this as soon as we zone, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah. So, let's pop this where it's supposed to go. See, and that gives us increased mine damage, 2 more mines, increased detonation speed, and each mine applies 2% increased damage taken to enemies near it, up to 10%. So when I throw the mine and you see the little, let me show y'all. So you see that little effect that I popped up, that adds damage, 2%. So as long as there's 5 enemies in the area, it's gonna get that full 10% damage increase. The mine. Nothing there. Keep moving. Let's see. I'm level 23. The area's level is 22. Again, you can go fast, and like I'm slightly over the level, but the thing is being over leveled in this game for the area is very helpful. At a certain point, you're gonna want to stay ahead of the level of the area, just because some of the mobs have certain types of attacks that can either one-shot you or very nearly one-shot you.
I need more pockets.
No, you just need to learn how to organize. And that's one of the things you're definitely going to run into, is having issues with space. Don't need that. Keep moving, keep moving. Do not stop. If you're trying to get through the axe as quickly as possible, you just keep moving. Yes, you want to get items. No, you're not going to have the best luck finding them. It's all RNG. Sometimes you will be so lucky and find all the things, and then there are times when you will find none of the things, and you just have to figure it out. And this is what crafting recipes look like. Just like that. And pop that up. Oh, and I guess Guess we don't have our skitter bots out because I moved them. Move those back. Yeah, so if you move a gem, make sure your auras are up. I don't like having my auras on the bar because sometimes I'll accidentally press a button. I don't want to turn it off midway, so you just have to make sure that you have them on. That. This. Level up that. Alright, so there's an area right over here. And the next area that we're going to go with our skills is going to be to this side over here. And then we'll go here, and then we'll hit Written in Blood. Whoop. Apply. I just keep moving. If you see a strong box, go ahead, pop it open and kill him. If the strong box is magical or above, make sure to ID it. If it has freezing, skip it. Don't bother with it. You can do these corrupted areas if you want, if you're trying to farm for items. It's just a small area that has a mini boss at the end, you know. Doesn't take long to get through. They're worth doing if you're taking the time to do that. Me, I'm just trying to finish up this act. Again, you preferably want max lightning resistance. I'm gonna go in without max and see how I do. Hopefully I don't get one shot, but we'll see. Since I haven't had much luck finding lightning resistance gear, I might even try and up my gear once by adding some lightning resistance to my belt, possibly before I fight the boss. But other than that, we're gonna skip it. It's like we're skipping over pretty much half of the map because we're just trying to complete the act. If you want to sit there and farm and kill everything, you're more than welcome to. Of course, that'll help you with levels, make you a little bit buffer, and allow you to survive a little bit better. But that is all on how quickly you want to get to end game, how quickly you want to get to the end of the story, etc. So yeah, this is the apex. This is where we fight the boss, and this is the end of this act actually. So, and right now we're at 58 minutes. So basically, it would take about an hour to get through the act. Sometimes less if you rush. Let me go ahead and ID some stuff. Just to see if I got anything decent. No. Nope. Nothing but junk. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Put that up, and yeah, hold on. Let's swap those out. Let's put this up. Put this back over here. And we'll try to add some resistance to our belt real quick. I don't know if I checked it or not, so. But once you've unlocked your crafting bench, it's totally worth going and checking. Okay, see, I can add lightning resistance, so only got 16. That's still something. That still gets me close to where we need to be, 68. So that's fine with me. If I could add on to something else, it would be great. I can't add on to that. I already added onto that. You can actually add resistances on wands. So if you're really lacking, you can do that too. So like got 20 right there, boom, maxed out lightning resistance. And maxed out cold at that. So that's pretty cool. Alright. guy. Take him out. It was a little over an hour, you know, because I took some time to actually show a couple other things, do a little side quests, etc. But if you just run through, you can get through this act in less than an hour. Same for Act 1, so you're looking at like an hour and a half, maybe hour 45 to finish the first 2 acts and get your character kind of going. This next act will be when we kind of push forward and get to the point where we can get a Pyro class mine. Look at that. Easy as can be. And that's with just solo self-found equipment. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. You can even look up here. It says solo self-found Delirium League. And he didn't drop nothing for us. Look, all that junk. This is garbage. That's one of the things. Make sure to get yourself an item filter ASAP. We'll go ahead and we'll get to town real quick, and then I'll call it a wrap on this video. And getting to town's pretty quick. It's pretty much a straight shot. It looks like we have Ironheart here. So we can do that too. Hey, you have him out. You can pop this. Go for it. I mean, might as well, right? Get some experience. Get some items. Because the more you kill, the more items you get. So if you have like this kind of character backing you up, might as well, right? So as you can see, we're at level 3 already. That opened up the second tier of items. If we keep killing, we'll get to the next tier. But the fog's already starting to move, so gotta move quick. Got a boss right here. Got 2 bosses right here actually. Killing, we got to level 4. If you can get to level 5, that opens up a 3rd loot table. I don't think we're gonna get to level 5, sadly. Yeah, only got to level 4. It's okay, but gotta kill this guy down here. Got a whole bunch of stuff though. A lot of stuff down there.
Low on mana.
Yeah, I know you're low on mana. Okay, so let's grab all our stuff. That's all I want from that. Definitely take both of those and that and that. Alright, but yeah, the town's right here. Doesn't take long to get to if you just get to it instead of playing around. So let's get to the waypoint. Let's put in our point right here. So we're right here right now. So next couple of points will go into this written in blood. And you'll just use the first 2 nodes right here. You just want this one and this one. And then we'll continue on and we'll get some more damage nodes, and we end up getting some more, you know, life nodes down the way. So let's go ahead and come on, get. And I know we don't actually have to get the waypoint because we're already in town, but just to, you know, show that we got here. All right, you all. This is Elderofwoe saying over and out. I hope you appreciate this video. I hope you let me know if you like this kind of content. Let me know if you want to see anything else, any kind of guide or anything like that. Anything that I can do, I will do. Just let me know in the comments. Get at me on Twitter. I have pretty much every platform of social media you can find me. Elderofwoe's domain on Facebook. Just let me know what you'd like to see. But for now, this is Elderofwoe, over and out.